What's going on, everyone? Hope you all having a great day wherever you're watching this. And my name is Warren D'Souza, and I'm one of the members of the Pre-PTs Emotion YouTube channel. We have another video, and this is from our podcast, and you get to see on this video our conversation with a pre-physical therapy student. Her name is Jacari Riggins, and one of the topics we talked about is like students utilizing their money in terms of spending, saving, and also investing. So all those three things, how are we able to understand to do that, as a student? I don't want to give too much away, so hang on tight. Definitely watch throughout the video, our conversation, and hope you all enjoy it. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and also comment down below your thoughts on the video. And also, if you are a pre-physical therapy student, you have a question, put that down below too as well. And in our description, we'll have links to how you can reach us. And most importantly, definitely join our Facebook group. It's a really big community full of students, pre-physical therapy students. We have insights of different things about topics, and also students just really asking away questions and getting answers. And we definitely want to build this community for y'all. And so stay tuned for this video. Hope y'all enjoy. Peace out.
Hey everyone, how's everybody doing? My name is Brenton Stewart.
Hi, my name is Warren D'Souza, and we're the creators of Pre-PTs Emotion.
Today in Pre-PT Talks, we have Jacari Riggins. Hey, how you doing, Jacari?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Man, we living, man, living it up. Thank you for joining us today. We've known Jacari for about a year now. We've met about a year ago in the acceptance system, pre-PT grind, where they help other students like us, pre-PT students, get accepted into PT school. They help with the clarity of your vision, knowing how to map out the steps that you need to do to be able to get into PT school. And we met online, and then we met in person at the Smart Success Healthcare Conference in Clearwater, Florida. And that's when it became real, like everybody connected. We all started talking about our niches, and we were all in this little powwow, and everything was just real. We began a brainstorm together and really started taking off on our journeys to doctors of physical therapy and taking action.
Right.
So, Jacari, for the first question, can you please introduce yourself to the audience, who you are, where you're from, and things you would like to share about yourself?
Right. Okay. So my name is Jacari Riggins. I'm a pre-physical therapy student. I'm currently in my junior year, but I'm about a year away from applying to PT school. I'm originally from South Florida, Miami, 305. And I play soccer. I played soccer for about I can't remember, so I'm a student athlete. I play college at the D3 level right now. I started out at D2 and transferred just to basically manage my studies a lot better, I guess you could say. And I'm kind of like a pre-PT entrepreneur, I guess you could say. And I just really want to help other students like me, especially athletes like me, and take a really holistic approach to everything I do and trying to help student athletes in all aspects of being their best selves.
So, yeah, over the past few months, I've noticed you've been really active in creating a lot of things that give value to a lot of different people who are willing to dive in and learn more. So most recently, you created the How to Double Up Volume 1 and 2. You want to dive into what the ebooks are about?
Yeah, so How to Double Up Volume 1 is more of the basics of investing in your finances. I don't go too deep into investing in that one. I basically lay down the game of everything you need to do before you start investing. So getting your finances in order, the financial organization, how are you allocating your money, and that goes into knowing what your expenses even are. How much are you spending every month? How much are you making every month? how do those two numbers match up side by side. If you're spending more than you make, you might want to readjust. If you make more than you spend, then great. Then that's when you can start diving into investing. And for me personally, I learned that although I managed my expenses, I still wasn't making enough. And that's when I decided to create side hustles and earn more income. And then that's what led me to writing Volume 2, because I'm just like, Volume 1 is just the tip of the iceberg. Mindset, I also go into mindset in both books. I put mindset at the end mostly because I know how I am as a person. And when I first buy something, the last thing I want to read is mindset. Like, I opened it up and I'm just like, yo. So I put it at the end, and then I kind of elaborate a little bit more into it in Volume 2. And then I gotta go into the psychology of money with money in circulation. And I go deeper into different vehicles of investments. I also let you into how I turn 2 figures to almost 3 figures in trading on the stock market through options. And you get my free notes actually when you buy Volume 2. So yeah, basically Volume 1 and Volume 2 is just taking the students through organizing your finances, organizing your mindset around money. Because everything that I was reading up until this point was for business people who are already kind of established. It had nothing really from the ground level, in my opinion. And so I really wanted to create something for people like me.
Okay. You have any questions, Warren?
I actually personally bought Volume 1. It's amazing because it's very important that you need to know the fundamentals, and you've clearly have stated that. The basic stuff first. Once you know all those things, then you can go into more detail of like how or where can you invest in, like all the streams of incomes, how can you do that. But I think the most important thing that you stated in the Volume 1 was the fundamentals, and it's so relatable because whether you're a student or an athlete, it's for everyone. So I guess my question to you is, why is it important for students or athletes to be physically like responsible?
It's important because a lot of us are starting from ground zero. A lot of us don't even know what multiple streams of income looks like. They don't even know what it means. They don't know how to create it. They don't know jack, because I didn't know. And so we have to learn to manage what we have well. And once we learn how to manage what we have now well, then we create room for abundance. We create room to receive more. And so that's why I say, how much do you make next to how much you spend? Because if you're spending too much and that's what's putting you in the negative every month, then you need to adjust. And I even put it in my book, you don't have to cut these things out of your budget. People think budgets are limiting. Budget is just allocating your money correctly. So if you love to eat out every week, create a budget for that and do not go over that budget. And then that's how you allow yourself to create excess, and you take that excess and you put that money to work for you. And that allows you to be responsible now. And when you build those habits in college and you start investing in college, that sets you ahead because then you start to do better. So, yeah.
Yo, Jacari is killing it right now. Like, I want to ask more questions, and that's why people need to buy the book, invest in the book, and learn from the book. Thank you for the insight inside of a quick preview and giving the value right now.
Thank you guys for buying. Warren bought both the books and Brenton bought both books, so I appreciate the Pre-PT support.
We're in it to win it, man. You already know.
In what way do you stay consistent as an athlete and also as a student to be productive? Mm-hmm. So to make sure that you're producing at a high level as a student and an athlete. So what ways do you do that?
Yeah, so I just try to maintain consistently and constantly try to maintain a level of uncomfortability. I feel as if I can't ever just sit back on my heels and go with the flow. I feel like I have to constantly be pushing myself out of my comfort zone and going out to the margins a little bit. because when you get comfortable, that's when, shit hits the fan a little bit. And just even as an athlete, turning it into an athlete kind of perspective, if I'm comfortable as a forward and I'm scoring goals, my teammates aren't really going to be happy. I scored maybe one goal and I'm like, all right, I got my goal, I'm good. But no, we want to excel. We want to be successful. We want to exceed. And so they're probably looking for 3 or 4 because I'm comfortable. Or as a student, I have a couple B's. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm good. I'm not failing. I don't have D's, I don't have F's, but I know where I want to go as far as PT school. I know I want to be a competitive applicant. And so maybe I can push for a couple A's. Maybe I can go out a little bit and push myself. And so I'm constantly looking to be uncomfortable, especially with just the things that I do outside of school and being an athlete. I know I just can't sit back. I have to find some level of uncomfortability, and that challenges me because now I'm like, well, what else is there to do?
Mm-hmm.
Warren, let me ask Jacari a question real quick.
Go ahead.
I want to know, Jacari, so have you taken any of your science classes yet?
Yes, I am currently in chemistry 2. I've taken anatomy. I'm going to take physics in the summer.
Okay.
Biology, yeah, I've taken them.
So what would you recommend as taking classes together? Because I know those classes get so deep and it's a lot of memorization of formulas and analyzing things. So I don't know, you don't have to do all of them, but for example, like chemistry, what would you recommend taking that with in one semester, or physics?
Right. So I'll say chemistry, you want me to recommend classes that you should take together?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no. I took chemistry 1 just by itself, and then this semester I'm taking chemistry 2 and I'm taking physics. And honestly, like, people say it's unrelated, but when I do something well in statistics, I really see it translating. I don't know why, maybe that's just how I am. So I recommend doing a math with the science, especially something like chemistry that's so heavy on, formulas and have all these different things. It's the same thing with statistics. You're plugging things into formulas and it really translates. And so I would recommend that. I really hated taking English classes with my science. It's I'm I gotta look at all these numbers, now I gotta go look at all these words, and it was just but I recommend a math with the science just because the two just one and one, really. One and the same.
Facts. Thank you. You definitely helping me out with that too, because I'm coming up to taking my chemistry classes, and I'll probably take pre-calc by itself this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to take my chemistries and all my physics and stuff, and get advice from those who have been already taking it, and try to, lead for the best way, best pathway, man. So.
Definitely.
With that being said, what's the necessary step for students and athletes they should always do? It's a must.
Okay, yeah. So a must that all students or athletes should do, period, is really just find a way to separate yourself, to do your own thing. You can't really work to follow the crowd. And that honestly works in investing too. I don't know if you guys ever heard of contrarian investor, but and I put this on my Instagram all the time. They're panicking right now because we're in the recession, so they're selling. You need to be buying. And then when they're buying because stocks are going back up, you need to be selling. Things like that. You don't want to go with the crowd. You want to try and find the thing that people aren't doing and capitalize on that, because going with the crowd makes you just like everybody else. But that's something that we've learned as PT students, Pre-PT applicants, is just we want to be standout applicants. We want to be different than the crowd. So I relate it to being an athlete. The best athletes stay after practice. The best students stay in the library late to study. Like, you just have to find the things that people aren't doing and do those things, because in the long term, that's what's going to set you apart.
Right. And again, I said this earlier too. What you just said there was perfect when you said, what are students doing that separates them from the crowd?
Mm-hmm.
And also a big one could be like waking up as early as possible to do your work.
Right.
Or shooting some hoops or doing some drills for soccer as early as possible, or it's whenever you're doing those things alone. And man, so you said it pretty perfectly right there. I would like to also know, for our own audience, how can our audience find your ebooks, how to double up?
Yeah, so I have all of them linked in my bios on my social media. So Instagram, my social media is Jacari Riggins, Jacari, Riggins, Riggins. And you can find the link in my bio. You can also find it on Twitter. My Twitter is Jacari Riggins again _ and then on Facebook, I am Jacari Riggins as well. And you can either DM me or put the link, whatever you need.
All right, thank you for that. And also, where are you most present on social media, where students or anyone can follow you on your journey?
Right. So I'm mostly active on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So once again, on Instagram, you can find me Jacari Riggins. I also have 2 different brand pages: The Higher You, so that's at the Higher You, the U is the letter U. You can find me on my other brand page, JFit Athletics, JFit Athletics _ and then Twitter, Jacari Riggins _ I'm on there. I'm pretty active, and then Facebook, I'm pretty active as well. So you can tap in there. You can DM me, ask me any questions that you might have. I'll be more than happy to help. I'll also be more than happy to send you a link to purchase the ebooks or the bundle package. Ask any questions or concerns, answer any questions or concerns that you might have. And yeah.
Sounds good. We will definitely keep put down links down in the description wherever this is going to. So make sure on our part we'll do that for you. And
awesome.
again, Jacari, thank you so much. It's always a great conversation with you. And seeing your journey. And man, you're such in a high level right now, and I just want to get there too. And I feel like we are doing our best, but man, you're a big inspiration.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Love PPTs. I need my PPT emotion shirt. Thank you.
I definitely want to leave everybody with a Bible quote. It's from Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. It says, "Do not be deceived. God is not to be mocked. For whatever a man soweth, he shall reap in return." And I think that really dives into what Jacari's mission is too as well. Yeah, I think that's my closing statement going on. But like Warren was saying, like, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing and transferring this level of value to others, and you're just an inspiration for us all. Inspiration for us all, and we can't wait to be able to deliver more like we all dream of. So, and we all know that comes in due time. So,
yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me. I really enjoyed it. I love talking to you guys. So, anytime you want me to hop on, I'm down.
All right, sounds good. Interview number 2. Here we go. All right. With that said, we're gonna wrap it up here, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care.
Peace.